Hey, thanks for watching the weekly update video where we give you the information you need to know about Cascades Baptist Church. It has been so difficult being separated and isolated from all of you. I long to see you again. I know Josh does too, Sherry does. The whole elder team longs to be back together with everyone. But as we wait, it reminds us of the people that we don't get to see on a regular basis, even when we're not in a pandemic. And they think about our missionaries who are overseas. And today I want to talk to you for a moment about the Hattons. The Hattons are in PNG, they're with the Andu people, and they're at an exciting spot in their ministry. They're starting to be able to, they've taught the language, they've gotten to the spot where now they can start to share the story of the Creator God who rescues His people and prepares a place for them. And they're at the beginning of that process, and there's a great resource for how you can track with them, be in prayer for them, and track with them as they do that. They are hosting a podcast. There will be a link to it in the app underneath the weekly update page, as well as on the Facebook page where we post the weekly update, or in our weekly email. Click those links and you can go and see the or hear the podcast from Ben Hatton and Missy Hatton as to how sharing the gospel has gone and is going across the world. What an exciting thing that we have that ability. Well, I also want to, since we're going to be praying for the Hattons, I want to point your attention to our weekly prayer meeting. And it's an exciting opportunity to get together and pray. As a body, we are not healthy if we are not praying together. And so join us through Zoom for our weekly prayer meeting. That's at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Well, finally, let me read for you Titus 2:13 and 14. It says at the end of verse 13, Jesus Christ, who gave Himself for us to redeem us from all wickedness and to purify for Himself a people that are His very own, eager to do what is good. Now, Titus, or Paul speaking to Titus, is preaching the gospel. He's saying, Titus, when you teach those who are under your care, this is the gospel that you must preach, and it must be about this Jesus Christ. And He saved us, He redeemed us, He bought us back, and He did so that we would be His people and that we would be eager to do good. And that is my desire, is to lead a church of people of God who are eager to do good things in the name of God, for the glory of God, because we know that we can trade all of our leisure and pleasure here on earth for the great, glorious time we will have with God for all of eternity in His presence. And so I love and I long for that to be our attitude. And I just want to tell you, as I've been calling around and checking in on people, I hear stories that's happening in our midst. There are people who are eager to do good. In fact, I think last week I was calling one of our people who's not able to get out on their own at this time. And while I was on the phone with them, we were interrupted by a phone call from another church member, actually one of our elders, who was at that time grocery shopping for this person. I thought, how cool is that? It's the body of Christ taking care of the body of Christ. It's Jesus reaching out to His people and loving them. I've heard stories of people using our neighborhood connection cards and getting responses from their neighbors and being able to connect with people in a time that it's even harder to connect with people. How awesome is that? Guys, my prayer is that you would be eager to do good works. And if that's not where your heart is right now, you can be honest about that. But go to the Lord in prayer and preach the gospel to yourself day in and day out, because the natural response to the gospel is a strong desire to do good works for the Lord, for His glory.